Oh gosh, a typical day at Roma, it's always different. Where do I even begin?
I don't know how to answer that. There is no typical day at Roma.
Well, that's an interesting question. Well, typical will be hard for me to define.
It's a mixed bag of stuff. We never know what we're walking into any day.
What's a typical day at Roma? This is funny. I should know this, right?
Being the CFO here, I don't think I really have a typical day.
Well, one thing you can say for sure, there is no typical day. Every day presents its own new challenges and new experiences each and every day.
I'd like to say there is a typical day. I mean, aside from what you're expected to do and what's normal to be doing, there really is no typical day, and I think that's the allure, that's the beauty of working at Roma.
I guess you're at your desk for a total of 10 minutes and the rest of my day consists of running around trying to take care of other things. It's fun. We have the greatest group of people. There's definitely many laughs throughout our day.
A lot of changes, a lot of challenges. I always have set goals for the day.
We work and play with our friends every day.
Okay, there is no typical day here at Roma. Every day is a new challenge.
Starting my day, I like to come in through the warehouse. I'd like to say hello to my colleagues that are also down in the warehouse.
I feel in Roma very good because every people is very friendly.
Working at Roma, normal day, nice day, happy day, looking forward, that's Roma.
Like when I come in the morning time, when I see the people, I always happy to come to the Roma. Early morning I say good morning to everybody.
Nothing's typical here at Roma. We are very unique and always changing. I've been here over 27 years and it's always changing.
You know, every time I come here, and I'm excited to work because every pieces I made, I proud it because it's a masterpiece of the artist, and I'm proud to make it beautiful and wonderful frame.
I think I get to work with the best people in the industry. I love their passion and drive and determination. For me, it's always different every day, and I love that thrill, that rush. And I love that, a lot of the ideas come from the team. So we're always innovating, always creating new things. So it's never a status quo here at Roma. We're always building on something. And it's exciting and truly blessed to work with these awesome people.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. We have an incredible all-hands meeting for you today. I'm just so happy you're here. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for being part of this Roma team. This year has been a remarkable year, everyone, and I just want to share some of the high-level stats of what together we've been able to achieve. It's truly been a remarkable year. And there's certainly something in the air. There's certainly some magic or some vibe of some sort that really has us illuminated, has us achieving new goals, having us, achieve new heights in all areas of the business. And we're really excited today to bring all that to you. We have a great assortment of people who will be speaking on this stage, bringing you some of the amazing stats and data from the various departments of our company, as well as we're going to be sharing some exciting news just on the things that are up and coming in our company. But first off, I want to share some amazing stats with you. We have over 6 million linear feet sold in 2021 to date. We think we're going to supersede that goal even higher. The numbers are all pointing in a very favorable position, and things have never been better at our company. We have in stock, which is really amazing, 6.5 million linear feet. So from the last slide that I just shared with you, we sold over 6 million with another 6.5 million on the ground in our distribution centers right now for you. Despite the challenges supply chain has, given the world and us, we're not immune to those challenges. Our team in supply chain and operations have been just doing a remarkable job getting products in the right place at the right time. We'll talk a little bit about that in a little bit. We have 49, we've launched 49 new moldings this year. And folks, I can't tell you how great they've done across Canada in the United States. They've been just doing phenomenally well. And I've shared with you in previous all hands meetings, you know, those design inspirations. We've shared with you the uptick in sales that they've brought to our company. And this slide is incredible. 95,000 corner samples have been shipped in 2021 alone. It's a remarkable number, despite the challenges that are, you know, being faced by all in this industry. 95,000 is a remarkable number. And if you recall, I've said this prior, but you know, when you come to the end of November, which we're in, of the year, 49 new moldings were launched, if you recall, early January, and we shipped out 95,000 corner samples. Of those 95,000, about 60,000 or so, or 60%, give or take, is new product alone into the marketplace, which is phenomenal. So gotta thank the internal team for pumping those samples out all over Canada and the US and abroad, but also for our awesome partners who continue to seek to Roma for new, beautiful, vibrant, creative products that you've come to be accustomed with Roma. And so we're just so happy we got those products in the market. And we're just happy to produce, you know, some of the most beautiful moldings in the industry. 100,000 or 107 new service interactions this year. We've interacted with more customers this year than in the last 5 years. It's just been a remarkable feat. You know, we're so concerned and so obsessed with the customer experience. We actually track, give or take, how many service interactions we've had with our partners. And so this is an incredible number. We look at these stats annually. The stats continue to grow and just pointing in a really favorable position. Of those 100,000 or so service interactions, we've been graded 97% on customer satisfaction through the call center. It's been a remarkable year, and to hit 97% in a year of uncertainty and you know, trials and tribulations and supply chain issues and freight issues and, you know, plagued with a number of obstacles, our team has really come to the forefront, and so proud of them. Tanya will talk a little bit more and go a little deeper into what 97% means, as well as some of the other stats on how we're doing from a customer satisfaction standpoint. But 97%, incredible, way to go, team. 268 represents the net new partners we've welcomed to the Roma family this year. So we call our customers partners. And so 268 represents how many we've welcomed year to date. We think that'll top 300 by the end of the year. Again, a remarkable number, numbers we haven't seen before in the last 5 years. This is the highest in 5 years that we've been able to hit. Remarkable. And if anybody knows me, I'm not really into width, meaning let's get a lot of new customers. You know, at Roma, our philosophy is how do we go deeper with the customer base that we do have? How do we, you know, deliver better products to those people, better service experiences, and so building those roots with the customers we do have. But we're always happy to open our doors and welcome, you know, new partners to the Roma roster. And so for all new partners watching today, thank you for choosing Roma. We know you have a lot of choice, but thank you for believing in us, believing in our brand, and believing in the team. 268 is a great number, and hope to top that in 2022. And 98% represents the actual team retention rate this year. So what percentage of the team were we able to retain, keep together? And you know, they keep talking about this great resignation out there. Yeah, the great resignation happens when your culture internally is crappy, when it's not happy, when it's not driven by core values and principles. Our team's a polar opposite of that, and we've been working really hard to really strengthen the core of our company, which is our culture. We live by our values. We're all aligned as much as possible. We're not perfect, but aligned with our mission and vision. And 98% represents the amount of people we were able to retain in a world that's thrown upside down, specific in retention. So way to go. And I want to say at this point, thank you to the entire Roma team for believing in us, for standing by us in these tumultuous times, for doing some of the best work, for hanging in when it gets a little rocky out there. But I can't thank you enough for your loyalty, for your hard work. And I'm talking about everyone across the company, whether you're in Los Angeles on the team, whether you're in New Jersey, Atlanta, and Toronto, whether you're packing a box, or whether you're a BPS team leader, whether you're answering a call, or whether you're finding out shipping rates, or whether you're in the marketing team, in the all hands meeting team, in the culture team, in the finance team, in the IT teams. Thank you. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for believing in us. And hang on, because folks, 2022 is going to be an even greater year. So with that, I just want to tell you guys that this all hands meeting is going to be epic. Welcome to All Hands Meeting 33. We're so happy you're here. We got a jam-packed show in store for you, and I'm just excited to be one of the many speakers who are adorn this stage and share with you all the great things we're doing. We'll also talk about some of the things we misfired on. We're certainly not perfect, but we'll also talk about where are we going, what's next, what does the future have in store? As leaders, it's our role to create a really crystal clear vision for the future. And boy, do we have a great vision in store. So I want to get on with the show and hope you enjoy it. So first and foremost, I want to talk about inclusion and accessibility. This is a new buzz term that's been out for a few years. We've been doing it just because we believe it's the right thing to do, but we've been really putting our heart and attention into inclusion and accessibility here at Roma. One of the things that we've done is we've really listened to you folks in regards to this all hands meeting. We survey our team about 2 to 3 times a year, and I want you to know everyone on the Culture and Talent team reads every single survey, including myself. I read every single survey, every single comment, and we try to action as much as we can within those comments. So I'm happy to announce some of the changes you'll see and are already seeing, as viewing this show, that we've done as a result of your feedback. So let's get on to what we're doing. So first thing that we're doing, we've added closed captions to this show. So now anybody anywhere will be able to view the show in any language. Specifically, we had a shout out for Spanish. And we've done that, and so that's been turned on and enabled. We've also added Spanish subtitles to all our videos. As you've seen the earlier video, all our videos going forward, we're going to do our darndest to make sure that they're translated in the second most important language spoken at Roma, which is Spanish. So you'll start seeing that in all the videos going forward. And third and very important is the visual theme and display of how we're displaying this all hands meeting. We've really worked hard with our marketing and digital team to bring forth probably the best all hands meeting deck and presentation ever. And I'm so proud of the work they've done. They've done a phenomenal job, and you'll see it as the all hands meeting moves forward. So just a little bit about feedback. I can't thank you enough for giving us that feedback. Very important. And we hope that, as we survey you again this year, you give us some really great, juicy feedback so we can make those changes and improve your experience, not only in the all hands meeting, folks, which we aim to do, but also in your day-to-day interactions with one another at Roma. So thank you very much, and hope you enjoy these new changes. So I want to dive right in, folks, into operations. The operations team, whether you're in Los Angeles, and in Atlanta, in New Jersey, or in Toronto, I salute you guys. You guys have been burning the wick at both ends. You guys have been doing a remarkable job, from everyone who packs a product, to cuts the products, to ships the products, to assembles the products. Our team has done a remarkable job, ensuring meeting all the demand, that influx of demand this year, but also ensuring the product goes out in great shape, meaning great quality. And we'll talk a little bit about that in the operations deck just coming up. So one thing I do want to talk right now about is lead times. One thing we always do at our company at every all hands meeting is we publish lead times. And just so everyone knows, lead times are quoted in business days. So to my left and right, you'll see our length lead time is 1 day. Our chop and joins are 2 days respective. Now I do want you to know we do try our best to accommodate for rushes and things of this nature, and we do our best, but folks, I want everyone to know we're quoting 2 days and we take our quoting very seriously. The team is working around the clock looking at dates and times to ensure that these are being met. Furthermore, our corner samples right now are at 25 days. You've seen the influx of samples this year. We're at 95,000 samples, and I've just looked at the influx. We have a couple thousand samples in-house right now ready to be processed and shipped. So we're running about 25 days or better, but we're quoting 25 days. And as for photo frames, we just shipped out. We had a remarkable photo frame promotion. The team pounded right through all those awesome, photo frames that we've had, and I'm happy to announce not only are they all shipped out, I get to see through social that people are opening up their boxes and having great displays, whether it be for the, for the Thanksgiving season or well into the holiday season. So excited about that. We are accommodating orders right now. We could do slightly better than 25 days. Right now, I know operations is going to kill me, but I know they can do a little bit better than that, but they do want to be very mindful of quoting for lead times. Furthermore, our mirrors are at 15 days. I think mirrors have been doing really, really well. They've swollen a bit simply because of the mirror and glass. Glass and mirror right now is more scarce than it's ever been. But the teams do a remarkable job keeping that tight at 15 days. And lastly is our art fulfillment. If you go to any of our art fulfillment stations, you'll see it is humming. It is busy. They are doing some remarkable work and accomplishing it at record speeds while maintaining really great quality. So we've created a lot of efficiencies, within the art shop specific, in all areas certainly, but in art shop specific, and we're going to be doubling down in this area in 2022 and beyond. So just stay tuned for more art fulfillment news. Fill rate's very important. Fill rate's something we always look at, and it's the percent of orders that are completed, filled, and delivered on time. We've been looking at this for well over 10 years, and the stats that we have today aren't the greatest. And one thing about the all hands meeting is we share the good, we share what we did not so good, and we share what our expectations are. So here our goal is 95%, and we haven't altered that pre-pandemic. That was pre-pandemic, targets. Should we have altered it? Maybe, but we thought let's leave it at 95. That's still our benchmark. And how do we work towards that goal? And what I can tell you, we're at 76%. Certainly not where we want to be. Certainly not, something we want to hold a trophy to. But with a delta of 19%. But I will tell you, this team is so fixated in getting this into the 80s and even into the mid-90s or early 90s. So they've been doing a remarkable job. Teams have been working very hard. And in the last 2 months, we're starting to, maybe 2-3 months, we're starting to see that uptick in the 80s and into the 90s. So stay tuned for some improvements in fill rate as things move into 2022. Here's a graph depicting what that looks like. You can see in 2018 we're at 86. In 2019 we really moved the needle at 89, and then pandemic hit. And we got affected a little bit, and obviously in 2021 affected even more. Supply chain will directly affect fill, which we have little impact on, and we're heavily reliant on shipping containers, on freight forwarders, and things of that nature. But we're not using that as an excuse. We're really aiming to hit that 95% grade. So internal cost of poor quality is something we constantly look at in our company. That's the percentage of cost associated with products or services that are not meeting Roma standards that we take out of inventory prior to it going out to our customers. So I want to show you where we're at. Our goal is 5%. We know, give or take, we're going to have 5%. We're over that goal. So what that means is we've actually taken out 2.5% more molding than we otherwise would have liked. But that delta of 2.5% is not a grossly exaggerated number. We're happy, that's why it's in green. We rather take that out and write that off than have that go out as a bad customer experience. So I will tell you, we look at internal cost of poor quality, and here's a graph that depicts that from 2018, 2019. You see we made some real great improvements in 2020 where we're pulling back molding and we're stabilizing somewhere in the 7.5. So if you average that out, it's somewhere in the 7.5 range, but we're not stopping there. We want it to be 5%. And so we have some really great feedback loops with our supply chain team, but also with our suppliers in Italy on how to improve that molding coming into our facilities. So how are we mitigating that poor quality, before it hits our shores? So something we're really, really looking into. Return rate, this is very, 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 very important. It's something we look at every day. It's the percent of all orders returned. It's pretty simple. And folks, I can't tell you, our team has been so obsessed about ensuring the customer experience is so great that these numbers on either side are present. The remarkable numbers at 3.5% as a goal. We've achieved 3.1%, so actually 0.4% better than the goal. That means we, for 3.1%, we've withheld some of that molding. They were poor customer experiences with a goal of 3.5. We're not perfect. We aim to be at 3.5, and we're actually far better than our goal. So I can't tell you enough to everyone, because it's an entire value stream chain from when someone orders a product, so the accuracy of the entry of the order, which will affect return rate, but also, are we packaging the product properly? Are we picking the right product? Are we chopping it properly? And is it getting to our customers in that Roma standard? And folks, I can't tell you enough. This is remarkable. Thank you for working so hard to ensure that happens. And for the leadership team who are constantly tweaking that return rate, tweaking internal processes to make that number far more better, because we want to mitigate poor customer experiences. So really great numbers, folks. And let's look at it over the years. It's just a beautiful graphic. I stare at this graph every day. In 2018, we had 5.5%. 2019, we were at 5%. You can see we're starting to get better. In 2020, while the world is, rattled by COVID, we hit one of our lows at 3.5%. And right now, in 2021, we're at 3.1%. Again, not perfect, but 3.1% is pretty damn remarkable, if you ask me. And I just think our team doesn't stop there. Just because we hit goals doesn't mean we stop. In fact, because we hit our goal, we challenge ourselves even more. So don't be surprised or alarmed to perhaps see our goal move down from 3.5 to 3. We'll see how that looks like. I don't want to make any promises, because really these goals, these ambitious goals, come from the team members themselves. I'm just one guy that looks at all the goals and will poke holes at it. And if it's viable, they'll do it. If it's not, they won't do it. But remarkable numbers. Trend is in the right direction. So very proud of you all. And so I want to talk a little bit about supply chain. It's that elephant in the room that everyone's talking about. If you go on in any industry news, you'll hear people talk about the disruption in supply chain. You'll hear people talking about how freight is moving very slowly, containers are in the wrong spots. You've heard it all. And I want to tell you once again, I've been talking about this for probably the last 4 to 5 all-hands meetings. Supply chain is still broken globally. It is not fixed by any stretch. I think wood is still really hard to obtain. I think shipping vessels are, going in the right direction, but are backlogged. Just look at any port. They're usually sitting in the ocean. The people that move the containers from port and move the freight are backlogged for various different reasons. But instead of hearing it from me, we found this great documentary series from the BBC and a few others that really depict what's happening in supply chain, and we thought you'd enjoy this. Take a look.
The global supply chain isn't functioning as it normally does, and that's impacting us all around the world and here in the UK.
You can't lay bricks, you can't cast concrete slabs, and then it's a knock-on effect for our men, our subcontractors, and of course our clients.
We normally have lots of Spider-Man, but this is all we've got, and we can't get any more. Don't know why we can't get any more Spider-Man at the moment.
From Spider-Man for kids to semiconductors for cars, there's now a huge gap between supply and demand.
The American consumer's buying strength is so strong and epic that we can't absorb all this cargo into the domestic supply chain.
That's the boss of the port in Los Angeles, and well, look at the situation there. Dozens of container ships are waiting to dock, and this has been the knock-on effect. The Wall Street Journal reports Nike doesn't have enough sneakers to sell for the holidays, Costco is reimposing limits on paper towel purchases, prices for artificial Christmas trees have jumped 25% this season. The global supply chain is struggling. There are several reasons. The first is COVID. This is Claire Jones from the FT, speaking as England emerged from its lockdown earlier this year.
The reason is we're all sitting at home, and rather than spending on things like events, things like eating out, which is what we usually spend most of our disposable income on, we're spending on things instead.
The problem is some of those things aren't arriving. COVID has brought surging demand, but also closed factories and labour shortages. And there's another factor too, shipping. 90% of the world's goods are transported on our seas. And this year, we've seen the fragility of that shipping network. The Suez Canal's in Egypt. It's a shortcut from Asia to Europe for cargo ships. And when one ship got stuck in the canal, it caused havoc.
What this affair has shown is just how much impact a single event involving one giant vessel can have on the entire global supply chain.
That vulnerability, from the Ever Given to the pandemic, has meant lots of containers in the wrong places. Add in surging demand, and the cost of shipping has spiralled.
We'd never paid more than £2,700 for a 40-foot container coming to us from China. This morning I was quoted over £15,000 for a similar container. Prices have gone through the roof and it is becoming unworkable.
And the rise in the cost of shipping described there plays into broader challenges.
In every sector of the timber supply market, prices have gone up, supply chains have been less reliable, delivery drivers have been hard to get, so just everything has been difficult.
So folks, I hope that you were able to really garner what's happening in supply chain, from a different perspective. You're seeing all areas in the globe really being affected, by this, whether it's kids' toys or making semiconductors for cars or bricks. Everything is either taking longer, it's shortage, the costs are skyrocketing. But I will say our team at Roma in the supply chain, specifically in procurement, have been doing a remarkable job early on, right? So you can't fix things in the midst of a storm. You got to be able to see the storm, ahead of time. And I think our team's done a remarkable job doing that, in the last 18 months. And that's why our fill rates are where they are. But that's also why, people are flocking to Roma in epic numbers. People are flocking to us because we have product. The product is great. It's in the right spot at the right times. So way to go to our procurement team in that. Now, we're not out of the water and we're certainly not immune. So I continue to preach this. We're working very hard to mitigate some of these supply chain issues. And so for partners that are out there that want product on the ground secured, I highly encourage within 2022, either, be in touch with your BPS, call us, secure POs, orders with POs so we can secure that product on the ground for you in the year to come. I do not suspect 2022 is going to fix everything, so I don't. So I do encourage you to mitigate as much as you can, and what that means is how do we work together and communicate more than ever on the demands for your business. So we're standing by, willing and able to help you, but aside of that, our team has done a remarkable job internally to make sure product's in the right place at the right time. So way to go, team. So moving forward, I want to talk about our operations summit. So we usually do a summit. It's actually a leadership summit, usually every October-ish. This year we pushed it a little bit later, and we brought in all our operations team, whether it was from New Jersey, Atlanta, and LA, obviously in Toronto. So everybody came into the headquarters here in Toronto, and we got to do some remarkable stuff. And folks, I can't tell you, when you get remarkable people and you put them in a room and they incubate and they mastermind, the outcomes of that is remarkable. And speaking of outcomes, we had really three really specific goals and outcomes, intended outcomes as we call them, for our Operations Summit. So this year's summit, we really focused on team calibration. And what that means is how are we bringing the team together, how are we uniting them, how are we looking at best processes, and you know, bringing teams together is understated today, I think, with all working from home and hybrid, and while that's all fun and dandy, but there's nothing like having a team together united as one. And it was remarkable to see the team high-fiving, hugging, rubbing shoulders, really masterminding together. It was phenomenal. Second was process improvements. So we had a laundry list of process improvements within the company we wanted to fix. And I can tell you in a test, this team has gone to every little nut and bolt on every little process in our company and making them just a little bit tighter, a little bit sharper, and a lot stronger. So we're a firm believer here at our company, you don't do sweeping changes. There's small incremental changes over time that makes it really solid. So process improvements, you'll see some of those, you know, start flushing into the next few months, well into 2022. And last but certainly not least, we touched upon our strategic plan for 2022 and beyond. So we're talking about goals and objectives. What do we hope to achieve in 2022? What do we want to achieve? What would be really awesome to achieve? Some whiteboard what-if exercises. And we did, you know, everything in between. It was remarkable. We had dinners together. We had a few beers together. And it was just fantastic. But instead of me talking up here about it, why don't you watch a video? We've documented it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Anthony Aragus, and I'm the operations manager at the LA warehouse.
I'm Jeff Smith, and I'm the operations leader with the Atlanta branch.
My name is Brian Harvey, and I'm the DC leader for the New Jersey operation.
My name is Carmine Romano, and I'm the DC leader for Toronto.
First off, everybody could say is we actually didn't let COVID win. We stayed on top of it, stayed safe. We're able to push through today, and not let it take us down.
So far this year, some of our accomplishments is our fulfillment center, art room. We've added a lot of work into that department and had some new hires that are doing a great job.
We've expanded our mirror department. We've added some tables that enable us to ship 589 mirrors year to date.
In such a short period of time, we brainstormed and we came together and restructured the whole production flow and made it a much better environment. Safer environment.
Just exemplifying teamwork each and every day, working really hard, bringing their A game every day.
And the focus area is just people right now. We just want to make sure we have the right people going forward, especially for a busy year we have coming ahead of us. So we want to make sure we're aligned with having the right people, our core values, and just making sure everything's aligned up perfectly.
Moving forward is going to be to have the whole team cross-trained by the second quarter of 2022.
Focus area going forward is going to be year-end inventory. It's really important for us to have a great, solid inventory for the end of this year. I'm really grateful for each and every one that I have on my staff. They really work hard. They're really trying to do the right thing by me and the whole Roma team, and I'm really proud of everybody.
You know, we're still going through this crazy time with this pandemic and, all the changes and just having to come in every day and just getting people there. Just teamwork, hard work, getting everything out daily. We're still staying on top of everything, and it's just good to see a good team like that come together and just stick it through the hard times and just say, hey, you know what, we're going to get through this one way or another. So my gratitude goes out to the whole entire team, showing up every day and putting 100% in.
Well done, operations team. You can see by the awesome faces of those leaders in that video that they're really passionate about what they do. They come from a place of gratitude. We have the best in the industry. Well done, whether it's Anthony, Jeff, Brian, Carmen, and all your support team members. You guys are doing phenomenally well. It was so great to see you guys in Toronto. I felt like I haven't seen you guys in years. We got to have a few beers together, and I think that's the making of a great team. So clearly you could see their dedication and their determination to make things even greater in 2022. So from myself to the operations team, way to go. Thank you for doing remarkable work. 2022 is going to be an even better year, and we're going to support you as much as we can. So moving along in the all hands meeting, I'd like to call up our finance guru, Michael Pilata, to the stage.
Thank you, Tony. Wow, time flies. Doesn't it seem like it was just yesterday we were up here doing a previous all hands meeting? So a big shout out to all our employees, those here at headquarters, as well as those in our DCs and our BPSs across the continent. So, as 2021 comes to an end, Roma continues to perform well. Our sales continue to exceed our budget quotas, and we continue to remain busy. I know that our operations teams, led by Carmine, Brian, Anthony, and Jeff, are doing an amazing job to get those orders out to our customers on time. I know that they also have issues with manpower, and we're trying our best to get them more people. So again, great work, given your limited resources. Our sales team, led by Tanya and Lloyd, are also doing an amazing job with their team as sales continue to grow. The finance team is involved in many projects. We're currently gathering data to set the budget for 2022. We'll be working with our sales leaders to set the sales budget. Once that sales budget is set, we'll be reaching out to the other leaders of the company to strategically plan for 2022. We're also constantly monitoring and reviewing our current programs that we have in place. For example, our freight program, our corner sample, as well as our return process. We want to ensure that we remain competitive in the marketplace, but in the same breath, we are cost conscious to the impact it has on our financial statements. Pricing update. We are currently, at this time, working on our price list for 2022 so that we can have the collateral available to our marketing team so that it can be launched on our website. We're in negotiations with our suppliers regarding increases in costs, as well as reviewing our supply chain logistics and the challenges that we have in that area to try to minimize any price increase. We know that there will be a price increase, unfortunately, but at this point, we do not know to what extent. We're in conversations with our broker in the US regarding our health benefits for our US employees. We also want to ensure there that our costs are kept to a minimal if there are any increase in costs, and that our employees have options to choose from that will allow them to meet their requirements and their needs. We have tentatively scheduled a seminar for December 2nd and December 3rd, depending on your DC. And as well, we intend to open up the enrollment starting December 2nd until December 15th. So it gives our employees plenty of time to review the plans and decide which plan fits their needs. If you have any questions, concerns, there's my email, my extension 344. As always, I'd like to personally thank each and every one of you for your hard work, your dedication, your commitment to Roma. I hope you and your families are all well and safe, and that 2022 brings happiness and health. Enjoy the rest of the show, and at this point, I'd like to call Tony back up on stage.
Thank you, Michael, for those great insights regarding our awesome finance team. They do a remarkable job. Thank you so much. So moving forward, I do want to talk about Roma Digital. Really excited about everything digital at Roma. We've been kind of keeping this under wraps for a bit, but it's time to start dripping some of the initiatives for Roma Digital. So let me dive right in. So first things first, Tuesday Talks has been a remarkable, fun show that we've been hosting. It is in season 2 right now, and it's been a lot of fun. We get to host some of our greatest, brightest, and best customers, and purely having fun. This is a photo of Mike and I. He's a great guy and a great character. If you've missed that show, you should certainly watch it. Here's another great individual, Mac. He's awesome. He really brought it to the show. And last and certainly not least, we've had a number of people, but Allison, she did another remarkable job. These are just 3 of the remarkable partners that we've had on the show, and we're just so excited to keep bringing this show to you. The stats of the show are doing really well. We got some great user feedback, and we're excited. So some stats here. Really, what's important is we really want to build community, and That's what this show was born out of. So it was born out of the height of the pandemic. Everybody was somewhat isolated, and we thought, how do we bring people together? Well, what better way is to get them on an Instagram Live and just chat about what are you doing? What's working for you? What's not? What's scaring you? What could you be doing better? And what's up ahead. So it's really great to bring the community together, and peer-to-peer learning is really important. Within Tuesday Talks, we've been sharing some best practices across multiple different forums from various different states who do things dramatically different, but those insights keep flowing in and are just amazing. And that, in my opinion, inspires creativity. So I don't know about you, but when I see other people doing something really remarkable, I believe success leaves clues. And these clues have been dropped day in, day out on Tuesday Talks, and people write to us saying, thank God for Jones and Company, or for Medi, or for a number of different, or for Mike or Allison, whoever it may be. They gave me the courage to do X, or as a result of that, I didn't know that was possible, and we did that. So I can't say enough. Having a ton of fun on Tuesday Talks, and we are continuing the show. So it is season 2. I think we're 8 or 9 episodes in of a season of 30 episodes. It's every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. But if you haven't watched the show yet, it's okay. Here's a small trailer for season 2. Take a look.
Welcome to season 2, folks, of Tuesday Talks with Tony.
Happy Tuesday. I'm actually glad you do these on Tuesdays because Mondays would be crazy, right?
I really appreciate having this opportunity, and I think it's great that you guys are connecting with your customers.
We're always excited for that. We didn't have a lot of your samples for a long time, and so we're all excited about the new stuff because it's just, we love this stuff.
Regardless of what happens on a daily basis and the struggles that you deal with, at the end of the day, it's always an exciting moment when I pull a Roma frame off the wall, or I know that it's Roma, or I can say to someone, this is the brand and this is their story.
And there you have it, Tuesday Talk Season 2. Lot of fun. If you're not on Instagram, get on Instagram. We are looking at, obviously, maybe perhaps putting it on Facebook as well. So stay tuned. We're using testing some different platforms. But right now, Tuesday Talks is live every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. We have completed 37 episodes since our inception, which is pretty darn great. I think the team has done a remarkable job lining up these remarkable partners. We've had over 70,000 views of Tuesday Talks and growing rapidly. And we're really excited. I mean, we didn't, show up to do this for views or anything, but it's really cool that it's getting some really great viewership and has some, great legs to it. And last but certainly not least, we've had over 2,000 interactions, which are shares, comments, insights, things of that nature. So we're really, really happy about the analytics side of Tuesday Talks. But in the end, our analytics tells us that people are coming week after week to want to see, and learn from other peers within their industry. So we will continue this Tuesday Talk series. Again, Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, every Tuesday into the foreseeable future. So be there, and hope to see you there. And if you're there, just send us a like or a comment. We appreciate that. Moving forward, something very, very important to our company is romamolding.com, our website. And I can't mention this enough. We have been working around the clock, and I've shared this in prior all hands meetings, but we have been working with our dev team, our web dev team, who are amazing. I got to give them, props. They're amazing people. They work very hard. They're very detailed. Oftentimes, I know I push and prod them, but the work they've accomplished has been phenomenal to date. And, the plans that we have well into this year, but into 2022 really excite us and illuminate us. So what we're going to share a little bit is some stats of where we are. We're at over 1.5 million website views this year alone. And that is up a whopping 87% over last year. So thank you to our partners, whether you're new or have a lot of tenure with us. Thank you for, looking at the web for whether it be updates on new product development, updates on news, blog, or, the very important stock checks. And we're analyzing that data day in, day out. We're working very diligently to make that user experience better. And we'll talk about that in a bit. The average duration on the site is 5 minutes and 11 seconds. We think that's by far the best in the industry. And, without empirical data in the industry, it's a guess. But from the average website, it's pretty darn great. And, we're constantly looking at how do we have better content? How do we have the right content at the right time for you? And how is it helping your business? Because you'll only come if it helps you. And that's our main goal. And that, folks, is up 9% year over year. So, really great numbers. We're growing that. We'd like that to be slightly higher, but we are working on that, and we'll share a little bit about that coming up. So 110 represents the increase of online sales revenue. So in 1 year, we've doubled our sales revenue and some online. So thank you to our partners who use our portal. You're using it, we appreciate it, and we're listening. So your feedback has been awesome, and I'll talk about that feedback in a minute. So this, folks, is our new Roma molding experience. We've dripped some new marketing pages, some upfront marketing pages, the new look and feel, the new header, footer, as well as the expansive view. We've added some amazing features to our website right now, and we'll be dripping out new features in the weeks and months to come. We have a really great plan of how we're going to drip that out, in the foreseeable future. But 3 things you'll, really experience in the next few months, well into the first and second quarter of next year, is the new look and feel. So the new interface is much easier to navigate. It's clean. We went from our darker feel to a whiter feel. And if you see, we've brightened it up, kind of how we've done the all hands meeting to be really coherent and one user experience. So we think we've done a great job there, and based on the analytics and feedback that we're getting both from the BPSs and from our customers calling in, it's all been very favorable. We've added new features and benefits, and we're going to be dripping those in the next few weeks, so stay tuned as we drip those. Our marketing and digital teams will be announcing what those are, so stay tuned. They're really exciting. And last but not least, we are literally taking our online e-commerce experience that you're using today. We've spent months upon months upon months refining that experience, and we'll be introducing an entirely new interface, a new GUI that enables you to place that order and have very little friction to checkout. Now, I don't have anything to show you today, but I will say in the months to come, you will see an improved user experience. I will talk about this heavily in All Hands Meeting 34, as all those features will be aligned, will be live, as well as we want your feedback on what's next. We're really excited. We wanted to drip some of that out instead of one big launch. We'll drip it out in the next few months, but we'd love your feedback. So please, please, please give us your feedback. We want to make this site very user-friendly for you, so when you come here, it's a very, very favorable experience. So moving along in Roma Digital, Framezy is a big, important part of our business. Framezy is the tool we created. If you don't know, I've talked about it in multiple all hands meetings. It's literally a configurator that enables you to either download a piece of art or upload a piece of art or pull a piece of art from a catalog or a carousel, allow you to bring it into this configurator, use mats, use frames, be able to really rotate products, see it in 3D. It is a phenomenal tool. It's being used by some of the biggest and best customers and partners in the industry right now. Has been doing phenomenally well, and we're constantly iterating on it. So if you haven't seen it or you're interested in it, we highly encourage you to speak with any BPS team member, so any sales team member, but also while you're calling in for your orders or inquiries, inquire about what is Framezy, and anybody on our team will be delighted to help you or point you in the right direction. But Framezy is a great tool. Some things that we're working on, and we're going to be talking about this a lot more in 2022, is the optimized user experience. We think we've done a remarkable user experience, but we're constantly iterating to make sure that there's no friction. It's seamless, very quick, each page view. So you'll see even greater optimization. 3D rendering is really important. We want to do 3D rendering, but also we want to move into a realm of augmented reality and what that looks like. So we're testing a few things. Stay tuned for 2021. We'll be sharing that. And we're also making it integrated with any e-commerce platform like Shopify or anything, Square or anything like that. So if you are using a Shopify site or something of that nature where it's a back-end e-commerce engine, this, for all intents and purposes, bolts onto that so then you can transact. But great piece of technology. We've been iterating over the years on it. We've got it to a really great place, very stable place, and we're excited about what it's producing in the industry. So for further questions, comments, insights, if you want a demo, just email us at marketing@romamoulding.com and someone will pick up that email and schedule a demo for you. So we're really excited about those, website, Roma Digital, Framezy. If any of that, excites you, we highly encourage you to email us or call us. So folks, you guys all know one thing about me. Product development and the development of new products is really a passion of mine. I think it's who we are as a company. We're innovators. We like to take the path less taken. We like to forge ahead in new markets. We like to challenge the status quo. And Roma, over the years, over 37 years, has been known for some of the most beautiful, cutting-edge, sophisticated, out-of-the-box designs and picture frames. And folks, our team has done it again. I'm so excited to be able to share with you what we're doing. So this quote really exemplifies what we've launched here. The culmination of the hours and months and quarters that we've poured into product develop. This quote's beautiful. It says, "Simplicity carried to an extreme becomes elegance." And if you look at this all-hands meeting, it's so simple in its form, but to get here, this was the hardest all-hands meeting to create. This deck was the hardest to create, from every small transition to color, to contrast, to speed. Nothing was left to chance. And we've taken that same passion in our products for 2022. We're so excited. Despite the fact that supply chains are still disrupted. Despite all that, you can either dwell and talk about that or really focus on building remarkable products. And we feel we've done that. And so allow me to introduce 44 new items to 2022, to our molding collection. We're so excited to bring you these collections. So without further ado, we have 32 Roma 1 items, which represent about 73% of the entire collection. That would leave 9 moldings to Simply Roma, or about 20%, and the latter being 3 brand new Roma Elite products. And as you know, Roma Elite is in a league of its own. We've adapted these beautiful products into a masterpiece of what is Roma Elite. And we'll show you what those look like right now. So as you may have heard me say in previous all-hands meetings, I'm really looking at natural organic feels, wood tones, and this picture depicts exactly the essence of what I was talking about. And as you see here, the hardwood floor really has texture. It's organic in nature. It's imperfect, which is perfect. It has the duality of tone. It feels warm and worn, and we love that. And juxtapose that with the marble countertop and even the wicker bar stools. We think that texture plays in really nicely. But wood is something we've been obsessed about, continue to be obsessed about. And the fact of the matter is we've had a ton of customers calling for a specific product line. And so folks, I want to introduce to you today our newest collection that hasn't even been created yet. We've created an entirely new name for it, and it's called Organic. It doesn't even fit in any category we have, so we created an entirely new category, Organic. And folks, Organic is amazing, and you'll see it in a second. It hosts 3 beautiful, unique profiles, 3 beautiful, unique colors, and all using organic materials, organic woods, veneers, solid wood. It's so beautiful. And here it is. And here's our newest and most beautiful organic collection. So we've depicted 3 really specific types of wood. We've enveloped them on 3 beautiful profiles, some beautiful caps, little insights, little inserts, but just so beautiful. So you'll see a rich tone. These are subtly stained and coated, so to bring it out its original color and form. The middle color there doesn't even show it justice on screen, is almost a pure white. It's so beautiful. It's just a pale color, beautiful white. And a lot of our partners have been asking, we need a wood more on the very, very light tones, very organic in nature. And then this beautiful weathered kind of saddle wood, very honey type of feel. Just a beautiful, beautiful collection of products. 3 very different, profiles and 3 very different colors, all with beautiful veneers. Just remarkable piece of art that we've been able to create. The piece that's missing here is the tangibility of it. When you touch it, you'll quickly feel the essence of the product. You'll quickly feel its organic nature. But our amazing master artisans have put a protective seal on it so that if paints or solvents or something touches it, it withstands that. So highly encourage you to look at our organic collection. But before I go, we got this really cool video created for the organic collection. It'll be dropping today on social media. Take a look. So folks, I hope you enjoyed that small little trailer of this beautiful new collection. And I thought I'd bring these up for you to actually see them right here in vivid color. You can see the wood grains and the natural organic feel of this product. You could see that it's been stained with a translucent stain and then sealed to perfection. But the 3 just work remarkably well. Beautiful profiles. We accentuated some of the lip of the product, if you can see that here. But just a remarkable product, and you could see the juxtaposition of the colors. So just a beautiful, beautiful product. Offered in 3 different sizes, so I think you're going to love that. So if you can have that, thank you so much. All right, great. So that's organic, folks, and I think you're going to love organic. Stay tuned. There's so much more in store. So moving forward, I want to talk about bright and bold. If anybody knows me, they know that I love to make a splash on things. And I think our organic collection is super sophisticated, really simple, but yet sophisticated elegance. And this collection is yet again sophisticated, simple, but it needs some color. And I think the world is really yearning color. I think the world in the last 18 months, in many respects, has been somewhat dark. We've had coronavirus, lockdowns, you name it. We've had some tough times in the last 18 months. And I think it's time to really resurrect from those times and really get some boldness and some color into our life. And so that's where Bright and Bold came into play. We've been working on this and toying with the concept for well over a year. And folks, it is here. Lavo collection once again. If anybody knows Lavo, very luxurious colors, very luxurious feel, really vibrant colors. You're going to love this collection. It's 2 unique designs. You're going to love it. 2 really specific, unique designs. 9 vibrant colors. So we've introduced new colors never seen before within Roma, but we also believe within the industry. Some of these are really off the wall. And we have 4 awesome profiles we think you're going to love. And so without further ado, I want to introduce to you the Lavo collection. This newest collection is created and inspired by bringing bold, beautiful colors to light. We've used one of the profiles that we've had in the collection, and then we've created an entirely new profile that we've never had in the company before. And it's offered in 3 different profiles. The actual elite product is this product here, but just mammoth, and you'll see it online very shortly. But I think you're gonna love this collection, and more importantly, I really think you're gonna love this video. Take a look.
I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat, beat. I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat, beat. I gotta hit the beat. I gotta I gotta pop that bottle, it's over. It's the end of October. Champagne on the shoulder. This is my exposure. Pop that bottle, it's over. It's the end of October. Champagne on the shoulder. This is my exposure. I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat, beat.
Hey folks, we hope you enjoyed that video. We've enjoyed making that video. That was so much fun. And it's with great anticipation that I'm sharing and standing in front of you with a highly sought after product. We've been working months and months and months to get to this level, and it's finally here, and we're excited. You know, with supply chain issues and wood and 100 reasons why something can't happen, we forged ahead, and in my hands are 2 of some of the most beautiful colors that adorn this new Lavo collection. So a beautiful new profile. We redesigned this profile, but you can see the colors are very dense and deep. You know, versus a competitor products, after a year, the competitor products in lacquer tend to fade back. Ours doesn't. We multiple layers to really create that density. And really, we like to think of them as really lickable. We don't want you to lick our products. You could, but we don't want you to. We just think they're brilliant. And you could see just in my hand here, these 2 beautiful new pieces of art in this Lavo collection. So stay tuned. We hope that when you see them, you feel just as excited as I am here today showcasing them for you. So we think you're gonna love it. Thank you so much. Thank you. So folks, I think it's important that you know 100% of our products are solid wood. 100% of our products are made in Italy. 100% are made with passion. We are crazy about making products. We're crazy about the details of the product. And yet, it's such a simplistic, profound design. To get to this was a lot of work. And we're just really excited to finally be able to share these with you. And so we think 2022 is going to be remarkable. We hope you enjoy them as much as we've enjoyed creating them for you. So on that note, pre-order begins today. So you could go online and you will see forms. You could speak to your BPS. We are taking pre-orders for new products today, and we are shipping new products into January 1st, 2022. So we will begin shipping those products into the market in the new year. We think it's really great. We're really excited. So get your order in today so you can get them in your hands very early on in 2022. Thank you so much. So now to talk a little bit about business development and our sales team. Our biz dev team, you know, the BPSs are doing a remarkable job. You know, COVID didn't make it easy on them. It didn't make it certainly easy on the sales team, but they forged ahead. They're a really great creative bunch. Nothing will stop them, and they've been doing some remarkable work. And so in an effort to get a message from Tanya and Lloyd out to you, here's a pre-recorded message we think you're going to love.
Hi, my name is Tanya Santana, and I'm the National Sales Leader for Roma Molding.
And I'm Lloyd Haddad. I'm the Regional Sales Leader here at Roma.
November 2021, where has this year gone? It has literally gone by in a flash. I almost don't even know how we ended up here. But what I do know is some really amazing things have come out of 2020. As we all know, we're still currently living in a pandemic, but if it's done anything, it has definitely strengthened our team collectively. We have amazing product and probably one of the best fill rates in the industry.
That's right, Tanya. And to exemplify that, we had 3 fantastic promotions this year. One was our stretcher bar in March, and we had 2 photo frame promotions, one in February, one in September. And special shout out to our customer care team that helped process those orders for us, and our ops team for getting those products out on time. In fact, we met our end of October goal for the latest photo frame promotions so that our partners can have all of these photo frames in their shops for the last 2 months, the shopping months of the year.
Awesome. That's definitely a great achievement all across the board. And speaking of great achievements, we are in the month of November, which is the month of giving thanks. And I would sincerely and deeply like to thank our sales team for being amazing warriors of Roma, our customer care team for supporting us in our everyday sales, and definitely our ops team who deliver fabulous, fantastic product. It's not easy. And I think that the best thing that has come out of this pandemic has been the unity in our team. And I am extremely blessed and fortunate to be part of this team and have such amazing people to work with, collaborate with, and really call a family. So thank you all for everything. 2022 is going to be an even better year, and we can't wait to do it with everybody together.
Yep.
So happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
So there you have it, folks, from Tanya and Lloyd. It's with great optimism they share, some of the accomplishments we've created in 2021 and how excited we are for 2022. There's a lot of really great things in store, specifically in the BPS team. So without further ado, I want to talk about up and coming Cyber Monday is coming up. So for everyone who is watching, we will be having a Cyber Monday sale. So I would highly encourage you to keep your ears and eyes open, specifically on our website, but our BPSs will be speaking to you about what's in store for Cyber Monday at Roma. So Cyber Monday is going to be an exciting day here at Roma. You won't want to miss it. Moving forward, we're doing something a little bit different this year. We're going to be creating and conducting a survey for our partners, our business partners, our customers. We are going to be creating a custom crafted survey for them on really gauging the customer experience. How has the customer experience been from the BPS to the actual partner itself? We're really excited to get some insights. We'll be flushing this out in the new year, and we will have the results to this survey posted certainly internally within the company because we don't hide anything. And then we'll also be sharing it at All Hands Meeting 34 in March. So stay tuned. A lot of great things in store there. And last but certainly not least, we have our fine art printing services. This is something we've been continuously talking about. It's what we deem our fulfillment arm of the business. It is continuously growing. We're continuously onboarding new partners in this arena. We're doing it really well with some really great velocity and speed, and customers are, flocking to it. So if this excites you and you're a business partner specialist or a partner of ours and you want to inquire about fine art printing services, please speak to your BPS and they'll give you more details. And so now to talk about customer experience, if you think I'm obsessed with customer experience, wait till you meet Tanya Ferraro. She's been with the company for a very long time, works very hard and is obsessed just as I am on the customer experience. And to do that, I'd like to call up Tanya to the screen now. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. I'm so excited to be here. Welcome everyone to our All Hands meeting. And I'm here to talk about one of my favorite things, the customer experience. So first I want to talk about some of the things that we've been working on that we're really proud of. And the first one being training and development. One of my favorite things, because this is something that we never stop working on. We never stop learning. We never stop developing our people and our processes. but mainly focusing on giving our people the tools and the knowledge to be able to service our partners the best that they can. And we're really excited that we continue to do the training, not only with monthly meetings with our team, but even on new processes, new tasks, and just making sure that they have all the tools they need to ensure that one-stop shop or one call is done to resolve any issues or even just create that great experience in placing orders. So this one goes in hand with continuous improvement, with our processes that we've been working on, digging really deep to identify, okay, how can we make things better? And we've looked at, something as simple as, our experience with, packaging and returns, and how do we minimize that and make sure that everything is perfect when the partner gets it? We make sure that our processes within customer care, how can we make things smoother and give the autonomy to our team to make sure that they understand and that they can provide that really great experience. And as mentioned, we just come off our operations week and leadership meeting to ensure that not only just at customer care, but at all areas of the company, that we're looking to make sure that that partner experience is nothing but the best. So with that being said, I want to kind of talk about the external Net Promoter Score. Now, for those of you that are first time watching our all hands meeting, welcome. But this survey we've done over the last several years, where we take a sample size of our partner base and we reach out to them. We have one of our customer care team specialists reach out to them and ask them a few questions on their experience at Roma. And the most important question we ask is, would you recommend Roma to your family and friends? Because at the end of the day, feedback is a gift, and we want to know how we're doing. And we want to know what areas can we change or improve to be better. So we set out a target for ourselves of 87%. So we think that 87% is a fantastic score for 80% of our customers to recommend us to their family and friends. And I'm so happy to say that with the last survey that we've just completed, 89% of the partners survey would recommend Roma and are extremely happy with our service, our products, and the overall experience that they have with us, which is a 2% plus variance. So fantastic job, not only to customer care, but to operations and to our warehouses and our sales team. Just the overall experience has been extremely positive for our partners. So just a little bit of an historical data on some of the scores that we previously had. 89% has been our best score yet, and we are super excited and really proud of all the work that has been done to achieve that score. So great job, everybody. So here are some of the feedback and some of the points that our customers have indicated throughout this survey. So some feedback, and I like to share it with you because we're really happy about it.
We love your moldings. They're beautiful. I work with designers and we think they're unusual, great quality, and the designs are very good. Yes, we love Roma.
Fantastic feedback, and I'm so excited when they see the new launch and have a touch and feel of that molding. They're really going to love that design.
Supply chain better than all other vendors. Keep it up.
Yes, we work hard. We want to make sure that we have the stock available for our partners when they order, and we know there's been some challenges, but we're happy to say that most of the orders coming in, we have the molding to ship to our partners.
Dealing with many other companies, it's clear customer service is a priority at Roma. Everyone is so helpful, easy to deal with, and fast.
We do our best. I mean, we're not perfect, but not only at customer care, as mentioned, the customer experience comes from all areas, or from our sales team interactions, from our warehouse interactions. We really try hard, and we're really grateful for the wonderful people that we have doing their best and giving 110% every day that they're here.
Roma is different from other suppliers. You make it so easy for me because you have different lines, profiles, sizes for my artwork. It's a cohesive product and a seamless process.
Again, thank you for that great feedback. Again, we're looking to always improve and make it even better. So wait till you hear what we have in store of what's coming. So I want to talk about a few of our metrics. So although we come in and we work hard to service our partners, we like to measure it. Greatest service is a metric that we've had in place for a very long time, and it's a measurement of how we handle the volume within customer care. And it combines a few different algorithms to come up with a score. And it's monitored real time from the moment our queue opens in the morning to the time our queue is closed at 7 p.m. at night. So it's a real-time statistic that we are able to watch throughout the day. And our greatest service target is 97%. So we want to make sure that 97% of our volume metrics are achieved. And year to date, I'm really excited to say that we are at 97.4%, which is 0.4 above where we need to be. Super great result. Another metric is the average speed of answer. So this is the average speed in which calls are answered or attended to. So the amount of time our partners or anyone calling in is waiting to reach one of our representatives. So we have a target of 50 seconds. We don't want anyone to wait more than 50 seconds when they're calling in to speak to one of us. And again, I'm really proud to say that year to date, we're sitting at 49 seconds, which is a 1% variance. So amazing, amazing achievement from our team throughout this year. Now, here's some little fun facts about some of the interactions, some of the things that our customer care team has done over the year. 7,000 emails we interacted with. 33,000 phone calls we answered year to date. And 1,500 chats. So again, amazing accomplishments throughout our team. I know they do a lot of great work, and they strive to make sure that they're attending to our partners regardless of how they're reaching out to us. 268 new partners we welcomed in 2021. Again, thank you for those that want to be part of the Roma family, and we welcome you to doing business with you going forward. Now, here are some of the initiatives that we have in place that are going to be going into 2022. And as Tony mentioned, the new website design, which is going to improve the partner experience, as well the interactions with some of the tools and some of the information that they need day to day to go on with their own business, stock checks or placing new orders or looking at new launches, identifying any on sale molding. So the new design has again just started, and we've already seen some improvements, but wait to see what's yet to come in 2022. The new buying experience, which goes hand in hand in that. I know Tony mentioned, but we are tweaking it to make sure that it is going to be a super easy process, and you're going to love it, and it's going to make placing orders much more easier than how it may be done currently today. An improved order interface. Again, that goes with our web ordering tool that we're going to put in place in 2022. And any type of order or any type of product that you are purchasing or looking to quote throughout Roma will be available on the website. And again, always our customer care team is here to help you, guide you, log in, go through that process, and help you out if need be. You can always contact me or reach out if you have any sort of feedback or concern or anything that you like to bring to my attention at tferraro@romamolding.com. I'm always available, or at extension 340. And before I end on the last note, I do want to say thank you to all the Roma family that's always put in 110% and given their very best to make sure that our partners' experience is a wow one. So thank you, everybody. And now I want to bring up Simona from our Culture and Talent team.
Thank you so much, Tanya. Hello, everyone. I'm Simona, for those of you watching your first All Hands. I'm a part of the Culture and Talent team here at Roma. I'm so excited to be here in my second All Hands meeting. I feel like the first was yesterday. And there's just a few things I want to talk to you about today, just in regards to the Culture and Talent team. We have such an awesome team. We've onboarded so many awesome team members this year. We've secured such awesome talent. We've brought on the best people. We play with the best people. We work with the best people. And with that, as Roma continues to grow, there's different career opportunities that are available. This is actually the link to the careers page where you're able to see our 9 new career opportunities that they've just come kind of with the expansion, with the growth of Roma. There's opportunities across all of our warehouses in Canada and in the US, from our production team right to different office team members. So those can all be seen online. And with that said, I just want to talk a little bit about the employee referral program. We truly believe that great people know great people. We have such awesome team members, like I said, and as Tony mentioned, a 98% retention rate. That's not by mistake. That's because we've onboarded awesome team members, and employee referrals, that's a huge part of it. As we mentioned previously, referrals are 400% more likely to join the team, to be retained, to be hired. So we want to hear from you. If you know anybody, any awesome individuals looking for talent, if we have an opportunity to onboard them, we'd absolutely love to. You can reach out to myself, to any of your team leads, any contact info, and pass that over. We'd love to hear from them. We'd love the opportunity to chat with them and see what opportunities there are here for them at Roma. So next I want to talk a little bit about our Pulse survey and just some continuous improvements that we're always working towards. Concluding today's All Hands, all team members will have the opportunity or will complete a Pulse survey, which gives us feedback. And as you've seen with the changes we've made in this All Hands, there's more to come. We're always looking to just hear everyone's feedback, where we can become better. And although all the changes can't happen overnight, there's small things that we can do quicker than others. And while we will get to all of the feedback and we will adapt and grow with that, there's immediate changes that we can make, as you've seen. We want to hear from the people. We want to hear from our team. We want to know where we can become better. And our Pulse survey is the best platform to do that. We really deep dive into all the survey analysis and just hear what our team needs, where we can become better. So that's a huge part of it. And that links directly into our employee experience. The experience doesn't just start when you're hired. The experience is your whole tenure here at Roma. And with that, there's new things that we've implemented kind of continuing forward. So recently we've actually incorporated an onboarding survey. So 30 days after you join our team, an onboard survey is completed, which helps us as culture and talent identify room that we can grow, what we're doing that you like, what we're doing that you might not like, and we're able to continuously grow with that. So that's a huge part of the experience, and that kind of all coincides with one another. Roma Wish, while we've had such awesome initiatives this year, with our Cuba mission, we've been able to just grow with that and run with that. And we've had awesome support from our team, from outside people. Everyone's been so supportive. And with purchasing our shirts, our Roma Mission shirts as I'm wearing, and just donating supplies, just basic needs. It's awesome. And that's something that we're continuously working on. We want to help the team around. We want to help communities around us. Everyone is near, far, whatever we can do, we want that support. And as we continue to support Cuba, next year we're excited for any other new missions that come to light. And we want to hear from the team if you have any recommendations or anyone that you think might need Roma's support. That's who we are, that's who our culture is. And we're so happy to have such a passion for that and really want to help and do our part in our community. So I love any advice or any recommendations. Feel free to always reach out. And finally, I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. Everyone watching today, on behalf of the entire Roma family, we wish you a happy holidays. We hope everyone takes the time to just relax, wind down, spend the time with family and friends. And just for your knowledge, on Monday, December 27th, Roma will be closed through to the new year, reopening on January 3rd. Thank you so much for everything today. And on that note, I would like to call Tony back up on stage.
Well done, Simona. So moving forward to the latter part of this all hands meeting, we got still a lot of great things in store for you today. So first up, I do want to talk about Roma Merch. And Roma Merch stands for Roma Merchandise that we've created in 2021. We did this so that we have a repository of all type of swag material, mugs, canteens, t-shirts, zippies, hoodies, whatever you name it, it is all there. So it's beautiful merchandise. And if you type in merch.romamoulding.com, you can see the wide selection of Roma merchandise on sale. That's the site itself. You'll see it. You'll be able to shop it. You'll be able to buy it right there on the spot. We're going to have some really cool promotions in store in and around, I'm not going to tell you, but the team has some really cool things in store. I do want you to know that We Are Makers, the We Are Makers t-shirt that I had on earlier is for sale in merch right now. It is going really fast and moving very quickly, and sales are really great. The industry loves it. We will be creating more Makers branded type of material for you to purchase in the coming months. So stay tuned for that. As well, you can purchase right there, add to cart, check out, and our team will be filling orders as we speak. That's merchandise. Check it out. There's a lot in store for you. So moving on, this part of the all hands meeting is very important. This part of the all hands meeting talks about the accolades that either our partners give us or the accolades from peer to peer, from team member to team member. And our first accolade is social media love, comes from Modern Miter. Great people on Instagram. Let's hear what they had to say, folks.
Thanks for having Atlanta so stocked when I was there this week. Great thing to see after such a dramatic depletion of available stock. It was really looking good. I'm sure you could say this picture is the calm before the storm at 7:46 a.m. I was surprised and grateful to see the back door open already. Got me back home in record time, back through Atlanta rush hour traffic.
Thanks so much, Modern Miter. You guys are awesome people. We thank you so much, for your continued support and loyalty. It's a great testimonial as to who we are, specifically the folks in Atlanta. Here's an amazing wow call from Andrea at Frames on Peachtree, an amazing partner of ours in Atlanta. Why don't you listen to this?
All right, you can breathe easy. Everything looks great in LA for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow. You are my hero for the day. Here we go. All right.
Take it. I'll take it.
Oh, that's super.
Would you like the confirmation number before you go?
Please.
You got it. It's going to be 13 and then 13829.
Okay. And you know what? The last time I got a shipment, it included a different, it included a 748002. And the molding itself is kind of curly, and yet it's got enough space in it. You guys do such a great job. The corners were matched. I almost fell over when I unwrapped it. It was and you guys do a great job with packaging. I was listening to the little blurb that they've now put on the waiting, for call waiting thing. And they're talking about, the Italian moldings and this and that and the other. And, and we've been a customer for a long time, and we're just this little small shop that has kind of a niche market. And you guys have just consistently, even through this pandemic thing with, stuff sitting in the middle of the ocean for weeks at a time, you guys have always been really communicative, and the quality of your in-house work has not budged. And I'm sure that, you, like every other warehousing entity, has had issues and problems and everything else, but they're all packaged consistently, they're all joined consistently. And it's just really a nice relief to know that there are still some other people out there that are just, keeping their heads down in business as usual, and we'll do what we can with what we got. So I appreciate that. And if you can pass it on to whomever it is that keeps track of that stuff, I'm a fan.
Absolutely. That's a great compliment for today. I started by saying happy Friday. Didn't know it would get any better. That's really great. Thank you so much for the positive.
Thank you, Andrea, for that lovely accolade. They have been a partner of ours in Atlanta for some time, and we're just so blessed to have, great testimonials like these that are constant reminders of all the hard work we put in, day out. It's often great to sit back and hear that, the extra time and effort we put in packaging a product or, cutting a product, goes a long way, and you can hear it in her voice, the sincerity in that exchange with Neil and customer care. So well done. Thank you, Andrea. And yes, that has, reached me and now has reached the entire industry. Thank you so much. So Core Value Awards, folks. Core Value Awards are voted, Core Value Awards are by the people for the people. So they are awards that are voted on and brought forth when they see an individual actually execute something in line with our core values, and then they actually record that and then bring them into this forum, and then we actually exemplify them. We actually shine a huge light on them. So well done for everybody on the Core Value Awards. So these were very hard to pick, but each one is really specific and really beautiful. So let's dive right in. Our first Core Value Award goes to Ross Calderola. He's our supply chain manager here, supply chain leader in Toronto. He's been with us since 2021. He's recently new on the team. I think he's 90 days in, learning the business very quickly. Came from a really great industry and applying a lot of those, nuances and learnings. So here's what you have to say for Ross.
Ross Calderola is always ready to help, no matter when, how, or what's involved. Ross is there. The support he provides to his team members is remarkable. In his short time at Roma, Ross has demonstrated his commitment and passion to building incredible relationships with the entire Roma team. Core value number 5, be passionate, committed, and driven, acts as the premises of all the things he stands for.
Way to go, Ross. You deserve this and more, my man. I echo those sentiments. Well done. So next up, I want to talk about Angela Favela. Angela's been our office administrator in Roma, California, believe it or not, since 2008. And Angie's just been a fabric of that facility. And here's what you had to say about Angela.
Angie Favela is an exceptional team member. She is always polite, ensures our partners are delivered while service, and always there to go the extra mile to help our partners in any way possible. It is truly a pleasure working alongside Angie, as she lives and breathes core value number 1, deliver wow through service.
Way to go, Angie. Once again, you deserve that and so much more. Well done. Next up, we have Jose in California. Jose's been with our team since 1996. Jose's a beast and does just remarkable work. Here's what you have to say about Jose.
I would like to nominate Jose Rojas, new name Fernando Hernandez, aka Moso. The core value Moso lives in every day is number 5. Be passionate, committed, and driven. Moso has been with Roma since day one and has shown dedication to the company for over 25 years. He is a great team player and shows support to all the new hires and helps train where needed. He is our corner sample leader and shows his passion every day in getting our orders out on time. Lately, we've been extremely busy and Moso has been jumping in line to help out while juggling corner samples as well. A true team player with drive and commitment. Great job, Moso. Thanks for all your hard work.
Well done. I echo once again those sentiments. I mean, going to California and not seeing him there would be very odd. He has been there since day one when we opened that facility, and his work ethic is remarkable. Well done, my man. And last but certainly not least, we have our own very own Lizette here in Toronto. Here's what you have to say about Lizette.
Lizette is the cornerstone of customer care. She is a fountain of knowledge from which the rest of the team benefits. She is reliable, she is a knowledge bank, yet as humble as there is. When the team encounters challenges, our confidence and trust in her support in finding resolutions is a testament to her exceptional work. Always available to answer any questions about procedure, policy, best practice, or even the best energy drink. She's genuinely happy to share ideas because she knows the more we know as a team, the more we grow as a team. Thank you, Lizette, for your love of learning and willingness to share. If knowledge is power, you're the warlock of wow.
What a great testimonial. So if you know Lizette, you'll know she's very giving, very generous. She's super smart, a little quieter, but very super smart, and you can see her brain going. Lizette, thank you for all you do. You've been here the better part of a decade, and you've been here through the whole transition of the culture here at the company, and I just can't wait what the next decade brings us together. You're certainly a pillar in this company, and we're happy to have you on board, specifically in the call center. Thank you so much. So moving forward, folks, I got some did you know stats from the culture and talent team. They've given me these. These are really cool. So the average tenure at Roma is actually 10 years. That is pretty remarkable. And when we're looking at these and we're seeing the averages and all this fun, jazzy facts, 10 years is a big deal. 60% of the team has been here more than 5 years. That in itself is remarkable. And 42% of the team has been here more than 10 years. That's almost 50% of the team has been here over a decade. That's remarkable, and I thank you folks all for your dedication and determination in continuing to make this brand the best it can be, while also challenging one another and growing and learning. I can't thank you enough. And one of the feedback, loops that we got from the survey was we'd love to see people's milestones. And so folks, we're listening to you. And so here it is. Our career milestones are the milestones that, we've looked at are, various different chunks within the company. And really, people are at the cornerstone of what makes this company so great. Yes, we have great products. Yes, we have cutting-edge digital technologies. But net and bar none, we have the best people in this industry. Let's take a look at some of these milestones. So between 5 and 10 years of service, we have 19 team members who make up anywhere between 5 years and 10 years. And those are the remarkable people who make it up. Everyone from Neil, Dina, Eddie, Tanya, Lloyd, and so many more. Next, we have 10 to 20 years of service, and we have 23 team members who have hit this and achieved this milestone. Here are these remarkable people. So we have Enzo, Tanya, Alfredo, Michael Pilata, believe it or not, Dante, Miguel, Lizette, Melissa, and so many more between 10 and 20 years, which is just an incredible feat. And last but certainly not least, everyone between 20 and, believe it or not, 30 years is 20 team members. And here they are. We have Michelle in New Jersey, who's just been, a pillar there. Michelle, we miss you so much. Shushila, who's been in Toronto. Armando, once again here in Toronto, been with us, in some highs and lows. Moso, which we just shared, Teresa, Anthony, Bob Havens, Van, and so many more have been with us between 20 and 30 years, which is remarkable. And 30 plus years, this one's a special one. So when people hit 30 and above at any company, it's a huge feat. And this year, I am super proud and super honored to say employee number 1 at our company is still employed with our company today. She might not look like it, but she's part of this team and has been here since day one. It's been employee number 1. And that person is Mary Mulfera. She started on September 2nd, 1986, which is pretty epic if you think about timelines. That's a phenomenal feat. I was very, very young, as you can imagine, but Mary has stuck through us through good times and in bad. She was there as employee number 1 with John and Nino and Tony. I can only imagine those first days without a computer, typewriters, Rolodexes, and everything in between. 35 years is a big accomplishment, Mary. We thank you. We salute you. We can't thank you enough for the support you've given us. You've been with us on highs and lows, and we hope you reach new milestones at our company. The sky's the limit, you know that, and we're just so grateful and honored to have employee number 1 still with us today. Thank you so much, Mary. Let's give her a round of applause, everybody, which is awesome. Moving forward, folks, if you do have any questions, comments, insights, if there's something you saw in the all hands meetings you want me to maybe go a little deeper on, if you have an idea for a next all hands meeting, if you just want to call me to say hello, whatever it may be, if you want one of these t-shirts, let me know, email me, or you can reach me at extension 302. We do this purposely. This is intentional. We actually want you to reach out to us. And we will so, whether it's myself or Michael or Melissa or Simona or Tanya or Lloyd or anybody on the team for that matter. But we put this up for you. We want to be accessible and available for you. So I'm looking forward to getting some feedback from you. I know Simona has a really great survey. Please, please, please put in your feedback as truthfully as you can. I don't care how it's written. Don't worry about whether your English is good or not. We'll read between the lines, but please give us that feedback. Feedback is a gift. So thanks so much, folks. So on that note, this comes, we're at the tail end of All Hands Meeting 33, and we talked about so many remarkable things. We talked about our digital infrastructure, we talked about our website, we talked about our call center experience, we talked about merch, we talked about new products, we talked about onboarding, we celebrated 35 years of our first employee, we talked about fill rate, and so many other great things, our retention rate, our happiness rate, internal net promoter scores, you name it. The stats upon stats just show how remarkable our company is. And we can't thank you enough. And it's every day that we get to do this as a gift. And you know, our opening video, what's a day at Roma like? Day at Roma is remarkable. It's always different. It's always changing. And I can only tell you that 2022 will be an even stronger year. We're really poised to go into the future. We're really rock solid in our infrastructure, in our supply chain, molding development, new products, corner samples, infrastructure, people. 2022 will be a pinnacle year in our company's history. And I'm so excited for what's in store. But before I sign off, I have one last thing I want to talk to you about. And if anybody knows me, they know Roma Wish is important to me. And years ago, Roma Wish was born from someone on our team wanting us to step up our game in our Give Back program. We want to step up our game in line with our core values. And you know, in 2014, we did our first ever mission. And that mission was to Haiti, and we worked with children in an orphanage in Haiti. And we did some of the most remarkable work of our lives, and we've never looked back. And since then, we've done mission over mission over mission, whether it be Houston or New York, New Orleans, West Virginia. And we deploy amazing human beings from this company to give of their time and of their money for people they otherwise don't know. And they do it because they believe, and they're very into giving. They're very into our mission. They're very aligned with our company. And this year, our mission is Havana, Cuba. And I've said this in a previous All Hands meeting. What's happening in Havana, Cuba and in Cuba in general, is just devastating. And thankfully, it got on our radar early on. And we want to make a difference. And so we picked Cuba. Now, this is the only mission we're not actually physically going in, but we're sending relief items in. And just so you know, I'm wearing this t-shirt today as representation of the people of Cuba. So proceeds of this t-shirt, when you purchase it, go directly to purchasing the vital necessities for primarily the families and primarily the kids. Because when you hear that they don't have Band-Aids or polysporin if they get cut, or peroxide or Advil, or simple necessities that we otherwise throw away because, you know, they might expire. These people don't have anything. And I'm just so happy to know that we have a team that's giving, a team that wants to make a difference. And so, to the people of Cuba, we are listening, and we're coming to your aid, and we're doing our part to make your life a little bit better. I do want to share some stats that are pretty daunting and that don't lie. 5% of Cubans have access to the internet. They've been cutting internet access so that people can't communicate, blocking them off from the entire world. The average Cuban income is only $5,000. So imagine what you could purchase for $5,000. And lastly, 1.2 million Cubans live in poverty. And that's just astonishing. It shouldn't be happening just south of Florida. It just shouldn't be happening. And we're doing our part as much as we can to make their life a little bit better. And so with that note, I would love for you to sit back and watch this small video, this small testimonial from each member of our team, a few people on the team, you know, that want to make a difference. And those few people represent our entire company. So sit back. I think you're really going to like this film.
Estamos aquí por la represión que hay con el pueblo, que nos tienen matándonos de hambre, toda La Habana entera se está derrumbando y estamos sin casa, sin nada. Tienen dinero para construir hoteles, para construir de todo. A nosotros nos tienen pasando hambre y tremendo trabajo.
Cubans took to the streets in what the opposition has called the biggest anti-government protests in almost 3 decades.
The tipping points after 6 decades of communist rule are shortages of food and medicine exacerbated by the pandemic.
A perfect storm for anti-regime anger that spread rapidly as more Cubans recently gained access to the internet.
This year's 2021 Roma Wish mission is Cuba, specifically Havana, Cuba. And the amount of devastation that has transpired over the last 12 months in that country has been somewhat devastating, to say the least. Right here in our own community, we have people who have family members who are living there, some husbands, some wives, some kids, and some parents who live there, who have family here. And someone from the community actually came to us and put this on our radar as far as what's actually transpiring there. We were looking on our phones and actually seeing first live accounts of what's transpiring there, and it just all touched our hearts, and we wanted to help out. And so the team mobilized and decided Cuba was going to be the place that we were going to make a difference this year.
We are currently raising funds for urgently needed basic medical supplies requested by our Roma Wish Cuba partner.
Personal care and pharmacy items are critically scarce, and products like Band-Aids, Advil, vitamins, child and infant products are of most critical need.
100% of all funds raised and all proceeds from Roma Wish merch will go to purchasing supplies on your behalf.
To learn how to donate supplies or receive more information, please visit romamoulding.com.
In behalf of the Roma team and people of Cuba, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So folks, I hope you enjoyed that film. I hope it touched you. I hope it inspires you to, look into your generosity. I do encourage you to purchase a t-shirt. Proceeds of the t-shirt go directly to the people of Cuba, specifically to the families in need that need, desperate supplies. So please, please, please be generous. We are in the holiday season. If you have an opportunity, we would love to outfit you in this beautiful t-shirt. It has a great insignia on the back, but thank you regardless. If you can't, for whatever reason, purchase a t-shirt, we are kindly asking maybe to keep the people of Cuba in your prayers. We believe in the power of prayer, and we want to make a difference, whether it be monetary or through a divine intervention. So we kindly ask you to do one of the two. There are people standing by right now. If you do choose to purchase a t-shirt, we have an array of different sizes, and we'd love to see you in one of these apparel. So on that note, folks, this quote from Helen Keller always touches my heart. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much, and it's so true. As a company, we're trying to do as much as we can. Individually, we can only do so much, but as a company, we're making a difference in this world. We're at least creating awareness in specific regions, throughout the world. We've touched the hearts of people in Haiti, specifically children in orphanages. We work with inner city youth in Detroit. We worked in West Virginia, in the coal mines of West Virginia, with families there who have been devastated by the economy, and so on and so forth. And this year is Cuba. And it's no different. We want to help the families there. So we ask for your generosity and support. And we thank you once again for always showing up and giving generously. You're a beautiful group of people, and I can't thank you enough. And on that note, folks, we talked about everything at this all hands meeting. This is the best all hands meeting yet. We've talked, as I indicated earlier, about all the wins, about maybe where we need to focus in on and dial in on. We talked about where we're headed and the bright future that's ahead of us. And I can't but help be moved in gratitude to all of you who put this all hands meeting together, all of you who join our frames and cut our frames, to packaging the products, to the people that clean our facilities, that help us with website development and digital development, to the people that keep our infrastructure up and sound and strong, and everything in between. I am so blessed to lead such a remarkable team, and I can't thank you enough. So on behalf of myself, the entire leadership team, the entire company, we salute all our partners who support us across the globe. Without you, we wouldn't be here. And to the Roma team, thank you for yet again making this year a remarkable year. I'm Tony Guerreri. I'm signing off. All hands meeting 33 is complete. Thank you.